Watch this. Hello, people. Seku-Senpai here, back for another edition of the Endless Anime Podcast. Yes. And yeah, as the title says, we're talking about the anime premieres for the fall 2023 anime season. For those who know, this is like a podcast I do bi-weekly, weekly, I don't know. It's something I'm planning on doing. I did the one edition like 2 weeks ago, I think, and it was talking about the summer season. I did some reviews for the summer season anime. But with the fall season starting, with at least most shows being at either 2 or 3 episodes, and almost all shows airing at this point. I think there's only like 2 maybe that have not aired yet. I know one of them airs this weekend, I think, or maybe it's next weekend, I forget. But I know it's Raven went in the Inner Palace, and I know that Pluto airs later on this month as well. The Netflix original, well, it's not original, it's based off of manga, but it's gonna be on Netflix and whatnot. It's gonna be an hour each episode. Anyways, I'm looking forward to checking that one out. But here I'm going to talk about some of my favorite premieres, from good to the bad. Let me actually transition to my lovely thumbnail right there. But we're talking about anime this season because there's a lot of shows airing. I feel like everyone says that at the start of every. I was like, there's a lot of shows airing. There's a lot of good shows. No kidding. But there actually are pretty, solid select of shows that I've been really liking and feel like sharing my thoughts with y'all. Since I am not competent to do a daily review for every show I'm watching, but I'm looking forward to discussing some stuff and from the good and the bad, because there aren't too many shows that are bad, in my opinion. There's a lot of shows that I deem decent, which I'm going to get to in a bit. But without further ado, let's actually start with the good anime. Oh, I clicked the wrong button. Yeah, I have a little presentation set. I had so much fun with this. Anyways, first off, my favorite premieres this season. What's my background music? Oh, still there. Okay. I'm trying to do this all in one take. I don't want to edit nothing. But my favorite premieres this season. My top 3 favorite premieres though this season. To start us off right there, because I'm going to see some other premieres, but these 3 were the ones I enjoyed the most. Going from Frieren, 100 Girlfriends, and Shangri-La Frontier. The fact that Frieren had like an hour premieres is awesome. Or not even hours, it was an hour and a half because they did 4 episodes. It's just a fantastic start. Can we just generalize that with shows every season? Like all shows get an hour premiere? Like, I don't know. I feel like shows that have more than like a 25-minute episode block for a premiere, I don't know. I have more fun. I don't know. I feel like it gets me fully immersed into the world that we're being brought into. Like, I think even back like Ray Zero. That's like the earliest premiere I could think of that I watched that was long. I'm pretty sure there's been others in the past, but that was like one of the first ones I saw. That I was like, the one of the most memorable ones I saw. And I was like, this is nice. Man, I'm looking for the next season. Is that coming out next year, by the way? If anyone knows. But, Frieren, just an emotional start, man. If you haven't had a chance to check it out yet, definitely give it a peep. I think it's currently on episode 6. I'm currently reacting to this over on Patreon because YouTube keeps wanting to block my videos and give me claims, and I'm not about to deal with that. I already have 1 strike on my channel. I'm waiting for it to expire. So, I'm being I'm precautious, man. You gotta be careful out here. You don't want me around, and I gotta be careful. Thing is, I get striked on the most ridiculous stuff, but I get striked. The strike that I currently have, let me just talk about that briefly. It's from a video I uploaded back in 2017 that I'm now getting striked on, which ridiculous, but YouTube, right? But yeah, back to Frieren. Emotional start. This girl Frieren, since she's an elf, elves have little long lives. She wants to, get to know people, and I think it's just a beautiful journey, just following the characters, mainly Frieren, and even how her interactions with other people affect her. Like her meeting Fern, or being Fern's, Fern being her apprentice. to then meeting what's that dude's name? Stark? Tony? We got Tony now. His name's Stark. Let me not mistake. It's gonna be on my mind. But meeting Stark now, it's been fun. It's been fun. Other than that, Shangri-La Frontier is my second favorite premiere this season. It's not my favorite show this season, just to clarify. These are my favorite premieres. The ones that stood out to me most. I did not know. I mean, when I saw the preview for this, if y'all saw that live stream where I checked all the previews, then you already know that I was digging it because of that one announcer dude who's like, Shangri-La Frontier. I wish I added that to this because that was hilarious. Yo, I was not that announcer. Give him a raise because he was so hype. And the show is hype too. The opening, the banger, is possibly, I think it's my favorite opening this season. Animation wise, it's quality. What C2C is doing it up. C2C Animation Studio, and I don't know. I think it's also the fact that they also have like sponsors behind this too. I know that's something that was discussed in the comments. Some people were saying, "Oh yeah, AMD is actually sponsored." Like, whoa, AMD, wow. I mean, I know the anime itself has to do with this dude going to a VR game and leveling up and whatnot, playing the game. It's not like an isekai. Well, what would you call animes like this? I'm curious. I mean, they're going into the game world, but it's like a VR game. It's not like they weren't sucked into the game world, and they're no longer in our world unless they're like in a coma. And it's like what's that show called? Isekai Uncle. Remember that show? Dude was in like a coma, but his whole time in the coma, he was like in the fantasy world. Like, so he was like isekai'd in like a dream state. I'm getting into like this too much, but I'm just curious. I guess in a way you could say borderline question isekai maybe. I mean, isekai translates to another world, so he's in another world, the game world. Regardless, I'm enjoying this one a lot. Yeah, one of my favorite openings. I made a tab for this. Check it out. Listen to the opening. Listen to the opening for this. I'm not going to play because I'm going to copyright. I'm telling y'all. But banger opening. 10 out of 10. The group for this is actually a new group. Actually, it's a group of like different artists coming together to make this song and stuff. It's like, wow, they actually like put in a lot of work is being done in this anime. Like, from a background perspective, like seeing like, oh man, they're creating like a special opening for this show with all these different artists. They got AMD and some other companies working since the animation quality is looking really good. It's like, wow, they're putting a lot of stuff into the show. The announcer dude, Shangri-La Frontier, like that too. Like, dang, they're doing a lot with this show. I know that opening song, briefly talking about that one, is actually by the group that's behind that. I think one of the members is the singer from Sim. You don't know who Sim, and they did the opening for what, Attack on Titan final season part 2. I really had to think about that. The rumbling, then he yells into the microphone, and stuff. That song. That's a banger song. They also did like the ending song for like that special of Attack on Titan final season part 3 part 1. See, the latest one that came out at this time of recording, the one that came out back in March, they did like the ending song. What was it, Under the Tree, I think it was called. Yeah, anyways, that's that for that show. 100 Girlfriends. I forgot the name of the show for a second. This show actually surprised me, because I know that when I was checking the previews, I was like, oh man, it's probably going to be, typical rom-com. I mean, even though it kind of is, but or typical rom-com harem, but at the same time, it's actually hilarious. Like, it's actually going beyond my expectations, despite some parts of it being, down the cliche rom-com harem route, like things. It's like, it's a parody of that, and I like it when they do that with shows. If you're going to have a show like this, at least make fun of the fact that the show is being presented like this. I don't know how to word it, but I I don't know. I like it when shows do that. I got my glasses. I'm getting like a slight headache, but yeah, my nerdy glasses. How's it going? But yeah, I'm really enjoying this one. Pretty solid show. This dude's quest to make his 100 girlfriends, and people actually ask people in the comments, how far is he going in the manga? Like, does he? How many does he gain? And currently he's like, what, like 38 or something, 40s, I think. It's like, wow, the manga is actually living up to the title. I mean, why not? But wow, that's cool. So yeah, I think it's funny. Yeah, good laughs, chuckles. Anyways, what we got next? Does that thing pop up? It does pop up on screen. I hate the little circle thing. But actually, no, I could like point out things now. Oh yeah. So other shows, other premieres, other shows in general that I'm also really enjoying, but the premieres actually I really liked. We got Ragna Crimson, Dragon Slayer anime, which is wicked. Oh, that part doesn't pop up there. Okay. Something I see that you can't see. But Ragna Crimson, Dragon Slayer anime. This actually, they had like a 45-minute premiere or 50-minute premiere. Maybe that was an hour. Those hour premieres, man, get me sucked into the world so much. Pause. Kind of. I don't know. Let me not make it weird. Ragna Crimson, pretty solid premiere. I really enjoyed it. Likewise, Berserk of Gluttony. When I saw the trailer for this, I feel like I was really enjoying it, but I don't think other people were as invested as I was. But, you know, the fact that there's this dude with a skill that's gluttony, and it's not just like, oh man, I might want to eat food. No, he needs to kill people, like, because of his thing, and he gets stronger, gets some abilities and stuff. I've been having fun with that one too. The Kingdom of Ruin, I've been enjoying is the most out of everything on this screen right here, and that's mainly because I love me a good revenge story. I don't know, something about revenge storylines just always gets to me. In a world where witches are all murdered, and this dude's teacher was killed in front of his eyes, and the way they went about it, I was like, dang, it makes sense why this dude wants to kill him. I don't blame him. Kill the humans. All humankind go down. It's like, geez. It's really fun. I love my revenge storylines, and I'm curious to see what direction it's going to go in, because it seems like he's already attacking the people who killed his master right now. At least the recent episode I saw. I think I saw the first 2 episodes so far, and I don't think he's going to go for it. I don't think he's going to go fully with it, and then I don't know. Based on the opening, it looks like he's going to fight a bunch of other people, so I don't think it's going to be as cut and dry as it seems, especially since they say Kingdoms of Ruin. I'm curious about these other kingdoms across the world, because surely it's not just one kingdom that's been killing all these witches and in this big wide world, you know? So there's that. What's this? Ron Komomachi, Forbidden Deductions. I know that's the English translation for besides the dude's name, but interesting mystery anime that I've been struggling to try and figure out each mystery on. I really love mysteries. And I love mystery anime in general, or thrillers, psychological thrillers, horror, anything in that spectrum I enjoy a lot. This has been a pretty, enjoyable ride. Each episode I've been trying to figure out solve the mysteries before the main characters deduce the answers. I've been close, but I'm always like one step off. But yeah, it's been a really enjoyable ride. Likewise, Shy, interesting start. Each episode, I don't know how I feel about this show. I started the first episode and I was like, oh, this show is actually really kind of nice. With a superhero named Shy. Yeah, but I don't know, episode 2, I wasn't really I didn't like episode 2 more than episode 1, and then episode 3, I was like, okay, I'm liking this more than episode 2. So, because I presented some conflict, but I felt like it was, I don't know, I felt like the conflict was dragged out. That's just my own opinion. I feel like it was something that I didn't need to spend the whole episode on. The way it's presented. I felt like, I don't know how I felt about it, but it just made me feel a little off. So yeah, I'm going to give it a couple more episodes, see how these future episodes progress. But so far I'm still invested in it. Likewise, other anime that I mentioned, Ragnar Crimson, that one that I mentioned before. This one's been getting pretty good. First episode, solid. Episode 2, I wasn't as into. Episode 3 got me back into it. So, I don't know. Okay, but anyways, I don't know. I just have to see where it goes. Seeing what direction Ragnar Crimson's going, especially with the introduction to Crimson's character, has me more invested, if anything. I think with this show too, once they introduce more superheroes and see what kind of dynamic we'll have with them, especially when we learn more about the origin of Shai, because we have not had any explanation to that yet. I think that's when I'm going to be like, yo, I'm like more immersed into the show. Currently it got me like, okay, let me see what goes, but it is what it is. Daigo, the firefighter anime. They have an anime for almost every profession. Now we have the firefighter one, and it's been an enjoyable ride. Seeing these 3 firefighters, they have their own reasons for becoming firefighters, and we're following that journey and then going into this, I forget what the name of it is, but it's like this elite squadron of firefighters, higher ranks. I think it's been enjoyable. May not be everyone's cup of tea like everything else, but I think it's also informative. You may learn some stuff about firefighters that you did not know, especially in Japan too. I think that's pretty cool. 16-bit, another layer. So this show, I enjoyed the premiere more than I thought as well. But I wasn't going to watch the show at all, but I saw some good reviews first. I was like, okay, or at least good ratings for it. I was like, wait, let me check this out. Let me give it a peep. And first off, the first episode, the amount of references IRL that they made from different visual novels and other games and just background anime, I think it's really, if you like Easter egg stuff like that, check this show out. Because they have like a bunch of that in the first episode. I haven't seen that second episode yet, but the main character, I forget her name, she's like an artist at this company. They do games, and they're big in like the Bishoujo games, I think, right? Bishoujo. There's basically the dating girl games. You're dating a bunch of girls and stuff, yada yada. Kind of like Honey Pop. That's the first game that comes to mind. Similar to Honey Pop, but maybe less erotic. And she wants to make her own game and whatnot. She wants to become a big artist, make some cute anime girls, as she quotes. And then one day she ends up going back into time after opening up an old game. So, yeah, it looks like we have her back in time. She's going to try and build up this game company, maybe make some quality games that she's been wanting to make with some people who are passionate about this, passionate about the games as much as she has in the past. So, yeah, anyways, I think that's been enjoyable. I forget the name of this show. What is it? Tear Moon Kingdom? I think I have another slide for this because Tear Moon Empire. I was actually about to skip this show, y'all. Because when I saw the preview for it, I wasn't really feeling it at all. I don't know, when it comes to anime where the protagonist is someone who did something bad, and then we're gonna see, I don't know, and it's like, okay, so then they get another shot at life and they're gonna redeem themselves, it's like, I don't know, part of me like enjoys storylines like that because I'm like, okay, let me see this redemption arc. But at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know, I think it depends on how the redemption is handled. I think of like Avatar, Zuko's redemption arc will be one of my favorite redemptions arc of all time. I got my Zuko poster up there. Y'all can't see it, but it says honor. Oh my gosh, almost unplugged my mic. But I don't know, like seeing a character in their past and seeing that they have internal struggles that they're trying to overcome, and then seeing that redemption, like with Zuko's, I like that. With her, we saw that she was just being terrible, and then she dies. I feel like she had some regrets, as we saw when she was in prison for like 3 years, but at the same time, I'm just like, yo, so it took you going to prison and then being killed for you to realize that, oh man, I was a crappy person who did terrible things. I'm just like, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's the way it's presented. I'm not a fan of it always. So, yeah, but found myself enjoying the first episode more than I thought. I don't know. Maybe it's the way it's presented. I don't know. I found the main character kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Interesting. Let me say that. I found them interesting. So there's that. And yeah, I guess I'm good. I guess I have to give it some more episodes to see how this redemption storyline continues. So anyway, that's it for Team Moon Empire. Undead Unlock. Oh man, I almost forgot. I was like, yo, what's the show I forgot to mention? Undead Unlock. I made a slide for this. I knew I was going to say that at this time. Wow, I know how I think. Undead Unlock is, a great start. I only saw the first episode so far. I eventually have my reacts for this on the channel soon, but hey. But we have this undead dude. There's a girl who's unlucky, is looking wicked. I actually kind of want to check out the manga for this. I don't really read shonen manga when I think about it. I think the only shonen manga series I read was Attack on Titan. But even with that series, I don't know. Would y'all consider... I mean, I guess as shonen-esque stuff in Attack on Titan, but I always consider Attack on Titan a dark fantasy. A dark fantasy drama. Especially when we get to the later arcs, later seasons. Definitely on the drama end. But I'm actually, this one got me really curious in this world where people have these abilities, and this girl who's unlucky, and seeing what the levels of her unluck go to be, and also how that main dude, this undead dude, how he gets creative with his abilities. I don't know, it's cool. So yeah, anyways, I'm enjoying this show. I'm also going to have some reacts to this on the channel, see what the reception is like. I don't know, shonen anime doesn't tend to do too well on my channel. I think that's also because I'm just not super into shonen anime. Like, I enjoy them, but I'm more like the type of person who likes to binge watch them, because I'm not about to wait, like, go through 6 weeks of one fight, I like to binge watch. I like to binge watch fights. But I don't think the show is like that, where we have like 6+ episode fights, or 4, like multiple episodes of like the same fight going down. So yeah, it's one of those things I like to watch on my own. I don't know, I'm more fun than doing that, because especially since I don't have much to commentate when it comes to shonen anime. Like, I don't know, I'd like the reaction would be like, oh yo, that's cool. But it's like, can I say anything else more than that? Like, I don't know. That's how I am when I do like react videos. I always think about, do I have anything else to add in addition to this, my reaction? Like, is it just me just smiling and watching? Like, no, that's boring. I wouldn't watch a video of someone watching something and not saying nothing. That's whack. It's funny, because I remember when I first started posting videos on the channel, some people were like, oh man, he talks too much. I'm just like, what do you want me to do? Just be like this the whole time? Yo, that... Like, I don't know, that's just, I don't know, people weird. But anyways, Undead Unlock, check it out if you haven't seen it. It's wicked. Dude got cool. He's really creative with his undead abilities, and I cares about all these other people too. Who's this? Soul, from Soul Eater on the bottom right? Anyways, racing anime, yo. The fact that I want to say like 5 things, but I never really watched racing anime. In fact, I don't think I've ever watched a racing anime in my life, like a race car anime. Let's be specific, race car anime, because you look up the racing anime genre and you get a bunch of other stuff. Like, I know there's a bike racing anime, there's a running racing anime. What's that? Run with the Wind. There's Skate the Infinity, right? Skate to the Infinity. That one's skateboard racing. But in terms of like car racing anime, I've never really watched one. Overtake has to do with like the F4 racing cars, or F1, I think. The F series racing cars. I watched 3 episodes and I forget the name of them all of a sudden. But it's really nice, seeing this up and coming racer wanting to, do his best, and this photographer, our main character, who wants to support his dream of becoming, a great racer and everything. So I've been enjoying each episode way more than I thought I would. It's a good vibe show. Excuse me. And I think both shows complement another, because this one we have like more of a cheery side to racing, a little bit of drama here and there with some of the characters in the back. Then we have MF Ghost. Mother effing Ghost. It doesn't stand for that, but MF Ghost, which actually takes place in the same universe as Initial D, and the future of Initial D. I think it's like, sequel. I don't think it's a direct sequel, but it's like in the same universe in the future, like a couple years later or something. I know they make some references to old characters or other scenes. And since I haven't watched Initial D, I don't know them, but I do know about the Initial D car. I know about that car, and then that epic drift, man. And I've seen the many references in anime to Initial D over the years, but this one's actually starting out pretty good. We have this dude who's from England. He's half British, half Japanese, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, he's coming to Japan, and he's racing now. So yeah, pretty cool. I've never been really watched like any shows either. I've never seen Fast and Furious, so I know what the storyline's about because I've watched like reviews on it. But it's like car racing, and they actually mention like IRL cars. Like, I don't know, I think it's really cool when they mention stuff like that. It's not just some random car brand that we've never heard of. Like, they actually make references to real cars, and if you're into cars, I think that's really cool. I'm personally not into cars, but I always like learning new things, and I think it's pretty fun, pretty enjoyable ride so far. So yeah, that's it for both of those shows. Oh yeah, I guess anything else I want to say about Overtake? Check it out. I of the two, I enjoy Overtake more. Initial D's, or I say Initial D. MF Ghost is still growing on me, so but between the two, I've been enjoying this one more. Next, we have the Yuri anime. Because this 2023 is the year of Yuri. Do you know how many Yuri anime? There's been like a Yuri anime every season. What was it? Winter season, we had the magical revolution of like the genius princess, of the reincarnated princess and genius young lady or something. That was really good. Then I know spring we had Yuri is My Job. Summer season, was there anything that aired? I think there was something. I can't remember if there was. I think there was. I can't remember it. Was there one? I don't know. But this season we got 3 shows. Each of them, the range of how they're presented is hilarious. Because we have I'm in Love with the Villainous. Typical villainous anime. Did I make some tabs for these, or did I not? I don't think I did. Did I? Yeah, I did. Okay. Yeah, I'm in Love with the Villainous. Which, interesting start off for this show. Where we have, it starts off like, any villainous anime where the main character is not reincarnated or is not reborn as a villainous, which, that's kind of interesting. It's rather they're in a game where they're the main character, but they are hardcore crushing on the villainous. And she's over here bullying her, and she's like, yo, do it more. Like she enjoys getting, she's like that. She's a masochist. She's like, yes, step on me and stuff. I'm like, whoa, oh, you're okay, okay. But so far I had fun with the first episode. An interesting start with our perverse main character trying to make this villainous fall for her. Interesting start. May not be for everyone, but I'm having some chuckles with it. Next, there's what was the name of the show? Hikomare, the Vampire Countess. No, I forget the Vexation of the Vampire or something. I don't know the English title, but I skipped. Yeah, this one's been interesting. This one is more on the fan service and lewd side compared to the other show, which is interesting. Where we have this vampire protagonist in this world where I guess these different nations are always fighting for entertainment. Like, they have this war and people die, but they revive afterwards, and it's become a form of entertainment. And vampires are one of the strongest species, or I think they're the strongest of all the species in this world. And despite her being a vampire, she's actually super weak. So, but she's being given command of this army and whatnot. So she's like, oh man, I want to do this. She has a maid who's crushing on her a lot. So there's that. There's a lot of fans. Well, there's some. I only saw the first episode, and they had some fan service here and there. So I'm pretty sure, especially when I see the previews, I know they had some other fan service. So this one may not be for everyone. Of the 3 Yuri anime, this one's my least favorite so far, based on just the first episode. So there's that. And what's this one? I forget the name of the show. Why did I grab such a low quality image? Geez, Seku. The quality shift is funny. But what's this one? Stardust Telepath, I think, or the Japanese title Hoshikuzu Telepath. This one I'm enjoying the most, and because it's also, I mean, despite being Yuri anime, similar to how Magical Revolution was presented, it's like Yuri, but it's not in your face. If anything, I look at this one kind of like, you know, just cute girls doing cute things type anime. Where we have these girls, this girl who's a alien, the main character who's shy, befriends her because she's into the aliens and wants to go out of space, and other characters are gonna pop up and join them. So yeah, basically, you know, pretty chill show. I see why one of the genres is labeled Yuri, because we're definitely seeing maybe romantic feelings that may be brought up down the line, maybe, but currently I don't really see it that much. If anything, I just see it as so far I just see them as, you know, just friends that, you know, you're getting along and stuff. I mean, we are seeing that she does admire her, so there's that. But I mean, other than that, you know, it's a pretty chill show, some chuckles here and there, really wholesome. Mainly, it's a really wholesome show, so maybe that's why I like it the most. It's just chill and wholesome. These other shows are just chaotic and it's all over the place, but having fun regardless. So anyways, that's it for the Yuri anime this season. And yeah, that's it for all those premieres I really liked. Where's my phone vibrating? Who's calling me? Who's calling me while I'm recording? No one's calling me. I just get notifications loud as heck. Anyways, that's it for all those new shows and premieres I really liked. Here we go for the sequels that, oh man, so many amazing sequels this season. The fact that we have so many shows coming back. We have, what is it, the Paladin anime that came back. Goblin Slayer returning after, what? Was it 2017 the anime aired? 2018? I think season 1 aired. Spy X Family season 2, it's only been like a year since season 1. Eminence in Shadow season 2. Arc Knight season 2. Dead Mountain Death Play part 2. Dr. Stone season 3 part 2 as well. So a lot of great sequels for this season. All of them fantastic. I think there's a few other shows, but I don't think I'm watching any of them. Otherwise I would have put them up here. So, but I mean, of the sequels, you know, Eminence in Shadow, you already know, it's great. Eminence in Shadow is one of those shows that you either start the series and you don't like, or you start it and you like it. And I've been enjoying it from beginning to end. Recently, we actually finished the whole vampire, or at least the first arc just ended, and we're being brought into the next arc with we finished the vampire stuff, but it seems like we're continuing on to something else. And you know, if you're familiar with the show, this show is full of shenanigans with our main character who's OP as heck, but ridiculous at the same time. Bro is just... Sid is just a character, man, who you either like or not like. And personally, I'm in that point where, bro, I like and dislike dude. It's like some parts I'm like, yo, Sid, you're cool. And I'm like, Sid, you kind of annoy me, but at the same time, it's kind of cool. And I can't even like argue with you because you're OP as heck in the end of the day. And considering the way it's written, I can't even get mad at either. But I'm curious to see where we're going to go this season now with the first arc ending, with being introduced to this other character who has some plans with Sid. And we haven't seen I don't know if we've seen this character yet. We have Claire, this other girl, Alpha. Who are these? Oh, this is Rose. Whoa, Rose. I just noticed that. This is that vampire lady. We met you. So I don't know who these 3 characters are. Is she part of Shadow Garden? She looks like she's kind of dressed like she is. Maybe these 2 are as well. Maybe there are other characters that we've heard of, but we haven't like gotten to know yet. But yeah, I mean, overall entertaining series. This recent episode with the I am the all. That was that troll for a second. that was funny, but overall entertaining series. Oh, I thought I would put the title up. Okay, never mind. Arknights Season 2. Of all the shows this season, this show is one I look forward to most every single week. And that's because, I don't know, something about the way Arknights is presented, like the storyline, the characters, the world, it just has me so immersed and interested that I want more. I want more. I actually started playing the game. Actually, I record some stuff. I'll probably upload something eventually whenever I feel like editing stuff. But this season is already starting off on a hot note, right where we left off with season 1 with some feels. But we're seeing some development with Amiya, which I'm really liking. And we saw a lot of it last season, but this season we're continuing it, and we're seeing some, development that I feel is going to be really important for this arc, like not only like her personality but also her abilities as well. So there's that, but we also have one of our big antagonists this season, Frost. I don't know, I'm just looking forward to what's to come, man, especially since we have these other characters. It's such a fun series. It's such a fun series, and quality production, how it's presented, story-wise, has me engaged. And especially since I checked those animation trailers a year ago, almost a year ago, I've just been so intrigued with like the world and the characters. And now that I'm actually playing the game, I'm looking forward to what's more to come. So yeah, if you haven't checked out season 1 of Arknights, definitely check it out. There's this world, there's a war going on, people with powers, infected people, they like have like a revolution. People are trying to stop these other people, since some of the people are bringing violence and stuff. I don't know. It's one of those storylines where you're just like, dang, I see where like the bad guys are coming from. Bad guys are coming from. Even though some of them kind of annoying. Mephisto, man, I hate that dude. But at the same time, it's like, dang. How else are you going to like trying to help them if no one else is helping them? Then I guess I don't know, man. It's one of those things where I guess we just have to watch and wait and see what happens, right? Looking forward to seeing some more Shen this season, yo. I like Shen. Shen's cool. Hoshiguma too. Who are you? I forget some of these characters' names, but Jessica, Frostleaf was cool last episode. Amiya, the Doctor, Mephisto back here. I hate you. Man, who are these other characters? Oh, it's this dude. Who are you back there? I don't know who this lady is. It's gonna be characters on me eventually, but man, I don't know. I like Arknights, man. It's a nice show. Nice show. Frost Nova here. She had that song. She started singing. I was like, oh man, she's using her ability. Oh snap, she's singing, y'all. Watch out. Great, the animation is just so good, man. The fact that it's actually Stars, the studio behind Arknights, and the fact that they're also doing the animation. They have like their own animation, trailers and stuff for the game and stuff, but the fact that they're actually doing like the animation for the actual anime too, it's just so good. Like, dang. Do I have another shot? No, I don't. I want to see. I should grab more screenshots. I just want to look at screenshots. Okay. Goblin Slayer Season 2. It's been a while since Goblin Slayer has been... We've had an anime for Goblin Slayer. I know that, the anime came out, the Season 1 came out, 2018, if I'm not mistaken. Then we had the movie that came out in, 2020, I think? 2021, maybe? Which I did not like. I did not like that movie at all, everyone. No, I felt like it was just... I could have done without it, especially since the beginning part of it was like a big recap, if I'm not mistaken. But solid return to another season, by a new studio too. I think it's by what Studio Dive is doing the sequel, maybe, or I think it might be a different one. But what White Fox did season 1, I think. Or was it Silverlink? I always mix up the two for some reason, but I think it was White Fox. And the new style for it is bright, which I'm still getting used to. It kind of reminds me of when High School DxD was taken over by Passion or Passion. Was season 5 or was it season 4? Because it was previously done by. Dang, I forget the name of that studio. High School DxD seasons 1 to 3 is by, but I don't know, when they had the new season, it was like, okay, different style, and it looks more, I don't know, it's like brighter and like more, it looks more like a slice of life rom-com type anime. Like, I don't know, it looks so like the general anime look. If you wanted to say like what general anime, I don't know, I think it was just, maybe it's the saturation. The saturation is different than it was before. Maybe that's the term I'm looking for. It's brighter than it was in the previous one. So it's something I'm getting used to. Don't get me wrong, it's like good. It's still good quality, but it's like it's something I'm still like, okay. The characters, some look cuter, but it's like at the same time it's like, okay. It's not. I'm curious how it's going to get when it gets to the more darker scenes. Especially considering the first episode, we start off with that infamous first episode of season 1, but from the Goblin's perspective. I was like, dang, they didn't hold back. This is Goblin Slayer, all right. So yeah, I'm having fun with this. I'm watching this one on my own. Oh my gosh, I thought my microphone was off, man. I had like my heart stopped for 1 second. Yeah, and that's it for the amazing sequels. A bunch of them make great shows. Those 3 were the 3 I enjoyed the most. Spy Family has been a great return too. It's just a chill show. Dead Mountain Death Play, return like nothing else changed. Likewise, Dr. Stone. How much to say about this show since I enjoyed season 1, kind of. I enjoyed the first part of season 1 more than the second half, so I'm curious what direction this season is going to go in. I only saw the first episode, so I haven't seen the second one yet. And yeah, that was it for the good and the bad. Is that it? No, I think I'm more. Yeah, because I talked about all the good shows. Now let me talk about some of the shows I'm not liking as much. I mean, there aren't too many shows I'm not disliking. If anything, these shows fall into. Oh yeah, these are the shows. Yeah, I'm not. I take it back, man. I take it back. I'm not one who likes to talk bad about shows because I know everyone has their own opinion, and some people get sensitive when you be saying something bad about a show they like. But in my opinion, these shows I'm not really too fond of, and I'm about to explain why. Do I have like another tab for this? No, I don't. Oh yeah, okay. All right, I'm gonna talk about this show in a bit. The one all the way. I have a lot to say about this show. But first, the girl and her guard dog. When I saw the preview for this, I already immediately knew that, first of all, this is about to be controversial as heck. That's number 1. And number 2, this storyline, this plot line is kind of, I know some people will defend, so the people who defended it. Some people say, quote unquote, their defense for this will be, oh man, it's not real, man. Anyways, I'm not going to even say anything else about that. I'm making myself mildly frustrated even just saying that. But basically, she has a crush on this dude. He's her bodyguard, and he's like 20-something. She's in, her first year in high school? Yeah, I have nothing else to say about that. You can fill in the blanks on other stuff with that. But yeah, I'm not too much a fan of the show. I did watch the first 2 episodes, and some parts you may get some chuckles on, but every time they go back to like the romance stuff, I'm just like, nah. Nah. I ain't having that, bro. No. Please, no. But yeah, what's this one? What the pig isekai anime, it's fine. You know, I don't like it that much. When I say I don't like it that much, I mean, like, it's not like the worst show ever. Like, it's okay. This is like an isekai for everything. Different objects, different animals. We got spiders, we got vending machines, we got swords, we got pigs. It's as general as most isekai get. In this case, the pig, though, he does not have any OP abilities. Oh, at least so far we haven't seen anything like that. But what really got me, if anything, what has me still watching this is the voice actor for our main dude. I forget the name of the voice actor, but is he the same guy who does the voice for Ainz Al Ghul, I think, from Overlord? I think that's the same voice actor. Maybe it's not. I forget, but the voice actor, he's been killing it, making it entertaining. The only thing I don't like about this show is it's just so, I don't know, it's just doesn't have a lot of immersion for me. I mean, I'm curious to see what's going on at the kingdom and why they want her and everything so far. But other than that, it's just this pig literally making perverse jokes about her every minute. So yeah, in other words, I could go without watching it. But, you know, I check it out for some chuckles here. If there's nothing else I want to watch, basically, I check this out for some chuckles until I get bored of it and decide to drop it. But for now, I'm curious to see what direction the storyline's going to go in. So, but so far, it's just still, we're still building up to her getting to the kingdom and seeing what this king's about and everything. So, yeah, that's that. Now, God app. Or Karamabi God app. Yeah, this show is it ain't good, man. And you know, I know some people might be turned off by the CGI, and first of all, I could care less about the CGI, even though the CGI is not the best either. But like, disregard the CGI. Let's talk about the plot line for this. Basically, it's like Future Diary. You know, everyone, this god giving all these contenders for like a god and whatnot. They're all fighting, yada yada yada. And it's just, I don't know. It's literally low budget Future Diary. The characters are weird. I don't know. It's just a weird show. It's not even like the CGI just makes it more weird. I don't want to talk trash on the CGI, because I could honestly care less, unless if it's like X-Arms style, which is not that bad. It's like probably like one tier above that, like a slight half tier above X-Arms. But man, yeah, this show, I don't know, the way the dialogue is also carried on is just so, I don't know. It could be better, basically. Like, I feel like it's a concept that could have used more work, but at the same time, it just feels like it's also Future Diary at the same time. Not to say that there aren't other survival game anime similar to Future Diary, or maybe Future Diary was inspired by, but I don't know, man. I ain't feeling it so far. I only saw the first episode, so. And that episode was weird, man. Wait, in fact, this show was weird. They had the thing with the guy and the girl. She really asked him in front of him to wank. that happened. I'm forgetting this. This is the show where she asked him to wank off in front. Like, okay, we're done talking about this show. I'm not about to. We're done, man. Oh yeah, this show. Okay. If I added this show for one reason, and that's because if I was going to talk about the girl and her guard dog, I feel like I have to talk about this other show, because that show we had the older guy and the younger girl. This show we had the opposite, older girl, younger guy. So yeah, this guy was like the demon lord or corpse god or something. And he got killed by humans. He get reincarnated, years later to get reborn. And he ends up in this boy's body. Why do I grab these low budget, low quality images? I hate that. And And yeah, it's like they have like a romance going on. And I remember I was reading a lot of comments on this one. A lot of people were saying that this becomes One Shota, like down a lot of it down the line. I'm just like, okay, I'm not in the mood for this kind of show. I'm just not in the mood for it. So, hey, to each their own. To each their own. At the end of the day, that could be said about anything else I mentioned. But personally, I'm not really vibing this one that much. The first episode seemed okay. Yeah, I mean, if anything, I'm curious about this world and seeing. I'll check out the first 3 episodes at least. I think 3 episodes are out actually. I only saw the first one, and I was just not really. It didn't catch my attention as much. So, yeah. Anyways, that's all I gotta say about this one. Yeah, I'm not really vibing it that much. Yeah, these are some shows that aren't necessarily bad watches, but I deem them as decent. Check them all out. They're all pretty good shows. Migi and Dolly. Yeah, I got the title right. Twins, they got adopted, and the adoptees think that they adopted one of them, but the other one's hiding in the house, and they're switching and whatnot, and yeah, it's like they're geniuses, but they're so innocent, they keep thinking that the parents are up to some insidious stuff when no, they're just like being nice and stuff. So yeah, there's that. There's what the daughter of the A-class adventurer or something. This show's pretty sweet. It's a fine watch too. This girl and her dad, she becomes a good adventurer, but she wants to go back home to see her dad, but she always gets busy with these A rank or S rank missions. So there's that. Under ninjas in Japan doing ninja things, but things get goofy, and it gives me like a Gintama. I won't say Gintama feel, but it's real. The way the jokes are presented is really just open. Like, bro, in the first episode, they're having like a serious conversation. He's like, "Oh wait, hold up, man. I gotta fix my pants. My thing is, my ding-a-ling is not it's not comfortable." Yeah, he had to fix his pants basically. They got jokes along those lines. So, yeah, I think it's a decent watch. This show, the Witch's Daughter or something, it's okay as well. Our Love Story, another show where in the first episode, they got this dude confessed to her. He goes to her house. She invites him over to the house, and she's ready. She's like, "Yo, you ready? You ready to bang?" And he's like, "Whoa, I just want romance, you know. I'm a pure of heart MC, you know." So yeah, I'm kind of concerned about her. Like, the fact that she's kind of used to that kind of stuff is like red flag area. Like, whoa, just ready to do with anyone. And the fact that she thinks that, having a boyfriend at this point in the next one, it's just, I don't know. It's one of those shows I have to watch a few more episodes of. And yeah, this show, to be naughty from like the Demon King or something, it's fine too. Nothing really to say about that stands out to me, but I think it's decent. If you're looking for anything to watch when you have nothing else to watch, check out these shows basically. I don't watch them at all. Oh, and that's it. I made it. The goal was to try and make this video like 1 hour at least, or less than an hour, and I actually did it. So, anyways, this is the first, this is my second podcast, but anyways, if there's any shows I did not mention, let me know. Well, if I didn't mention it, I didn't watch it, so there's that. That's number one thing. So, yeah, let me know, what your thoughts are on any of these shows. What are your favorite shows you're watching this season so far? Yeah, there's a lot of nice picks for this season, and I'm curious to see how it goes in future episodes for some of these shows. I'll probably give you like a midway season thoughts on some shows, especially when Raven and the Inner Palace comes out. I'm looking forward to that show. No, it's not Raven and the Inner Palace. That aired last year. What's the name of this show that's coming out? It's coming out this Saturday, right? It's like 3 episodes. What's the name of the show? Oh yeah, the Apothecary Diaries. My mistake, y'all, in the beginning. Probably someone who didn't get to the ending probably already said, "Oh man, it's not Raven in her Palace. That aired last year, Seku." My mistake, okay? It reminds me of that show. But, yeah, I'll probably make a separate video talking about that one, maybe. But, yeah, anyways, that's all I gotta say. Let me know what shows you've been enjoying the most this season. What shows you've been enjoying least this season. For the shows I didn't mention, or haven't watched yet, let me know your thoughts on those shows. Maybe I might check them out. I probably didn't check them out because either if it's a second season for a show, I haven't seen the first season yet, or if it's like, or maybe it just didn't pop off to me, because I know there's like the Potion Isekai show. I ain't watching that show. That show looks like it's so general, man. So cliche. So generic. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. But yeah, anyways, that's all I gotta say again. Thank you for tuning in. Have a nice day. And yeah, I'll be back. Excuse me, yo, I'm like slurring. I'll have some more future podcasts up in the future. Yeah, this is why I edit my videos, y'all. Why do you think I do? Why do you think I cut my video at parts? Because I don't know what I'm saying sometimes, or at least I'm trying to process my thoughts still. I'm just blabbering on. But yeah, anyways, that's it for today. Have a nice day. That's it. Peace and out.